parents, hi, I'm Shirish, and today we are going to talk about parenting mistakes that we as a parent do. We have always been behind children to make them understand things, to have different tips of how to raise them. We have been dealing with different study issues, how to make them study, how to make them write, how to make them play, behave in public. But let us also see at a fact that we as a parent also do some mistakes, and we also need to look into it and correct it in time. So let us see what mistakes we as a parent do and how do we correct them. First, we as a parent should never compare our childhood to our children's childhood. See, the ratio of parenting remains same. Our parents have given us things which were possible for them, which probably they did not get, and we also try to do it. But these days, I see parents try and overdo this. They are always of an opinion that I would give my children everything that I have not got. This is a big mistake that we do. It is not essential that you should give everything to your child unless and until the child actually understands and requires it. For example, if your child's friend has got something new, a new toy, a new rubber, a new compass box, and the child likes it, and he comes home and he asks you for the same thing, and the parents actually get it for the child on the next day, I think this is not relevant and you should avoid doing this. Instead of doing this, what you can do is you can take your child to the toy shop or to the stationery shop, show him different things and buy him something that he has liked, rather than getting him the toy or the thing that he has seen with his friend. Because when we as a parent are doing everything possible, we also expect a lot from the child. We expect, and in the course of this expectation we overscold the child, and we actually dump all our expectations on the child. Expect the child to be good in studies, in sports, in other activities, in behavior. So see, altogether it becomes difficult for the child to actually live his own life to his own expectations. So do not dump all your expectations on the child, and in due course it happens that we overscold the child for small things. Scolding the child is not wrong, but scolding the child for simple things and wrong things unnecessarily because he is not up to your expectations is wrong. Because of this, his desire of learning new things may be killed. Third is comparing your child to another child. One of the biggest mistakes every parent does. It happens that when we see another child dancing well, we think, yes, my child should also do it. When we see another child having the same facilities like our child, and we think, if he can score well, why not your child? If you see some child is good in sports, you actually think, why can't your child be good in sports? But apart from the facilities and the other things that the child receives, there is something which is called as an inner desire or inner wishes of the child, wherein the child wishes or he feels to learn. So it is very essential that you understand what the child needs, what he wants, rather than dumping your expectations by comparing your child to another child. Do not ever compare your child with another. Every child is an individual. Every child has his own skill sets. Every child has his own understanding levels. You can of course try and groom your child, but do not push your child too hard to something which she cannot do. It is also observed that when somebody would talk about some character trait of your child, the parents immediately start giving an explanation or a clarification about the child's behavior. Suppose your child has shown some tantrums in public, or he has shown he started shouting, or maybe he has shown his anger in public, and to cover his behavior you would immediately start giving in clarification, saying his father is short tempered or his grandfather is short tempered, and because of that he behaves like this. This is completely wrong, which as a parent we should avoid doing, because when you give such clarification, the children understand that their such behavior is acceptable. to avoid the embarrassment, we as a parent actually try to cover it, but children a completely different view or understanding of the episode, and they actually think that such behavior is acceptable. If you want to discipline your child, there are different ways of disciplining your child. Like if the child is showing tantrums on having food, or if he's wasting food, or if he's demanding too much of chocolates and other things, then what you can do is sometimes you can actually take him to a place where he can see some poor people who hardly get their daily bread, make them understand how things are, how things should be used, and everything as a price. Apart from scolding them at home and unnecessarily giving them chocolates or whatever they demand immediately, this is the way you can actually divert their mind and make them understand how things are and how things, like everything, has a price in life. Children should definitely study, but expecting the child, but important is having the communication with the child. It is very essential that you keep your communication channels open with the children. You keep talking to children, keep sharing things, and the most important is keep listening to them rather than instructing them and again and again telling them to do something up to your expectations. Listen to them as to what they like, what they want to do, what they wish, what they want to say. Because if you as a parent do not listen to them, they would go to a third person to share their things, and probably which would not be good for you as a parent. If you really want to understand your child, grow up your relation with the child, please communicate with the child, keep the channels open. It may happen that many times if the child comes to you and shares something, you may not like it. You may feel frustrated or angry at times, but it is very essential that you calm yourself down, take some time, listen to the child, and then you make the child understand. Discuss with him about the whereabouts. I think following such simple things and increasing your communication with the child will definitely bond you well with the child, and this will make your parenting journey better and better day by day. So guys, we as a parent also do a lot of mistakes. These are some which actually came to my mind. There may be many more that we do. So let us try and overcome our mistakes and make our parenting journey memorable. If you have liked my inputs, do subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.